Hey guys, it's Acting Savvy, and of course Coco is leaving this video as soon as she wanted attention to be in this video. Okay, Coco, you want to go? Just say hi to everybody. Say hi. Okay, goodbye. In this video, I'm going to be talking about an audition recently. I completely flunked. Like, I forgot the lyrics to the song. I completely forgot everything, but still ended up getting a role, which usually most people would think, like, if you completely flunk an audition, you're not going to get anything. So I thought that instance was something really worth telling viewers about, but I feel like where I was coming from when I was going to these auditions, I was in that mindset where I didn't necessarily care as much as I usually would care. I went through a lot of losses this year, and with a particular loss in August, I just lost a lot of like extra care. I mean, I still cared about theater and acting, but I mainly just wanted that push to keep going through. I didn't necessarily worry about perfection. I didn't worry about what this person thought of me on the audition panel. I kind of just forced myself to audition just to keep myself fresh and going. And I know at times I felt like when I just lost someone like really close, my whole body was just going through things, because with grief, your body kind of just forgets stuff naturally. Like the day I had this audition, I literally was like in shock because I had a bowl of, no, not a bowl even. I'm still a little forgetful, but I had a pot of pasta and I almost put it in the microwave, and I just kept thinking to myself, what is wrong with me? What is wrong with my brain that I keep like forgetting things, like thinking, oh, I had my cell phone right here, but I didn't have it. And I was told it's just all a part of the body transitioning through grief. So at that time, I still wanted to audition because the beginning of August and September, there's a lot of theater auditions. So I still wanted to audition, even though this person like passed the beginning of August. So I didn't want to completely stop myself, but I knew, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do my very best right now. And even with my YouTube, I felt like I wasn't pushing myself enough, but I know just going to those auditions was important to me, and getting through them, of course. But that day, it was for like a musical I've always wanted to be in. I had a new song, like my new voice teacher, we like learned a song the day before, and I was studying it like crazy. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get this. I knew all the lyrics at home. I knew everything. I like would perform it as a monologue. I would keep practicing. But as soon as I got in, I went blank. And I remember still being able to do it. Eventually, after a few times, the lady playing the piano kind of recognized me from other things. And she's like, oh, I've seen you places. So maybe that has something to do with things. But I still just remember after that audition, I was talking to people like saying I completely flunked this. I totally effed up and made a fool out of myself. I did not expect a callback at all. And I was like, wait, I was working a tournament that day when I got the callback info. And I was like, what? I got a callback. So I remember even at the callback, I didn't really have a lot of high stakes. And I feel like that's maybe what helped me, because I was like, okay, well, if I get this, I'm gonna have to cancel this. So why, put myself in a stressful state when I know that I'm gonna have to sacrifice something if I get into the show. So maybe this can help. And I know I went to like a few other auditions that week. While it was harder for me to get through a normal day, I still was getting a better response rate with my auditions because I wasn't caring as much. So I feel like maybe that's the trick. But It was a really odd situation how that all played out because I completely flunked. I forgot all the lyrics to the song. My monologue, I'm just like, I'm just making stuff up right now. I don't even know what I'm doing. Putting pots in the microwave and almost starting fires in my kitchen because my brain is just like, pfft. But I feel like it was definitely a good learning experience, and I'm gonna still go into like a lot of rehearsals, and I got into a couple shows where it was weird. Within like a 1 week span, I was just not caring. I auditioned, I flunked, like I made mistakes, but still got a good response. I don't know, but it didn't feel like it at the time, but maybe that's just a lesson I learned. But I realized just to maybe implement that into my life in general, just not putting so much stress and anxiety into performing perfectly. Because when you do that, people can sense it. And it's still pretty amazing how it works. It's almost like reverse psychology when you don't care as much. You just put out this energy like, okay, I got this. If I don't get it, whatever. But I still like get shocked that I got certain things, but I felt so compelled. I know I'm still newer to the YouTube world, and I felt like that story was so, even though it's a smaller story, so good to share with people.